Hey, it's Amy from the Mindful Soul Center. Bună ziua, bonjour, bine ai venit, hello, ciao, hey, yo, welcome. I want you to know that every Wednesday you can practice yoga live with the Mindful Soul Center virtually. Want more info? Shoot me an email, hello@themindfulsoulcenter.com. And before we get started, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and give us a thumbs up. You'll get notified when new videos appear. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest at the Mindful Soul Center. Visit our website, themindfulsoulcenter.com. Now let's get started.
Actually, let's start at the top of our mats today, and then our feet are hip width distance apart, and our hands are in the prayer position at our chest. And if you want, you can close your eyes, and I will open the practice with an Om, so you can join me or not. It'll be the second exhale. So I'm going to inhale and exhale. Inhale. You can open your eyes, and then we're going to start right away by raising our arms all the way up, and we're going to go a little bit slower at first, and then we're going to exhale, float all the way down. And then we'll inhale for a half lift, exhale down, step our right foot back, our left foot back, roll forward. You can do knees, chest, chin, or you can lower all the way down or not. Untuck your toes for Cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, right hips up to downward dog. Now you can stretch out your legs, pedaling your feet, bending your knees, moving your body around, because we're going to be here for a few breaths. So just get yourself warmed up and cozy. Maybe you can inhale and exhale as you pedal your feet, or you can keep your feet still. Now let's step up our right foot and then our left foot. Inhale for a half lift, shoulders open. Exhale down, arms wide, all the way up top, hands at our heart. So in the Ashtanga series, we'll do a few of these always to start. So let's inhale our arms up, and then exhale all the way down. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale down. Step your right foot back, your left foot back. Rolling forward, knees, chest, and chin. Or however you want to get down to the ground. You can inhale for Cobra or for upward dog. Exhale your head down. Push it back up to downward dog. And if you remember how we talk about like the Ujjayi breath, the ocean breathing, so try to incorporate that in this practice. And in downward dog, we're keeping our shoulders away from our ears. Let's step up our right foot, our left foot. We're going to inhale for a half lift. Exhale down, arms wide, inhaling all the way up top, hands at your heart. Inhale your arms up, exhale, floating all the way down. Inhale for a half lift, exhale down, step your right foot back, your left foot back, knees, chest, chin, or however you want to get down. Inhale for Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Kiki's making cute eyes over here. Nice, deep, long, even breaths. Let's step our right foot up, our left foot up. We're going to inhale for a half lift, exhale down, arms wide all the way up top, hands at our heart. We're actually going to do 2 more rounds of this. That's part of the primary series. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you, really. I'm kind of joking, but let's inhale up, exhale all the way down. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale down, step your right foot back, left foot back, rolling forward, knees, chest, chin, or lowering down straight. Inhale for upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. So we move faster in doing the sun salutations, but we take longer pauses in our downward dog. Kind of a little recuperation. So let's step our right foot up, our left foot up, half lift looking forward, exhale down, arms wide, rise all the way up with a deep inhale, exhale, hands at your heart. I need a wardrobe adjustment. I need like a band to hold this down. Let's inhale all the way up again. Exhaling all the way down. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale down. Step your right foot back, your left foot back. Knees, chest, chin, or lower all the way down with a straight back. Inhale for cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take this time to really just find your comfort zone. Kiki, are you a cutie pie? No? You can bend your knees, stretching your legs, however you want. Let's step our right foot forward, our left foot forward. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale down, arms wide, rise all the way up top. Hands at your heart. All right, we'll just take a pause for a moment before we move to the next one. And we'll do the first, we're going to do Sun Salutation B now. And this is a longer sequence, so we'll go slower for the first round, and then we'll do 2 more rounds after that, a little more quickly. Okay, so let's exhale our fingertips down to the ground. We're bending our knees, our belly is over. We're inhaling. Wait, I'm going to step back so I don't hit the wall. We're going to inhale up to chair pose. And then we're going to exhale as we fold over. We're going to inhale for the half lift. Exhale down. And then we're stepping our right foot back, our left foot back. And then again, we're going to do knees, chest, chin, or lowering straight down. Inhaling for upward dog or cobra. And exhaling to downward dog. Now we're going to step our right foot up, turning our left foot on the angle, and then we're going to lift our arms all the way up for warrior one. We're going to exhale our hands down around our front foot, turn our back foot so our toes are forward, step our right foot back to meet our left, roll forward, knees, chest, chin, or straight back, inhaling up for Cobra or downward, upward dog, exhaling to downward dog. Now we're going to step our left foot up, excuse me, and turn our right foot on the angle, and then we're going to take our arms, lifting them all the way up for warrior one. Exhale your hands down around the front foot, turn your back toes forward, and then we'll step the left foot back, and then we're rolling forward, knees, chest, chin, and then inhale for Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now we're going to step our right foot up, our left foot up. We're going to, excuse me, inhale, looking forward with a half lift. Exhale down. And then we're going to bend our knees. And then we're going to inhale our arms up for chair pose. And then we're going to rise up with an inhale. And then our hands at the heart. So that's Sun Salutation B. We did it a little bit, kind of slower. And we'll just do it one more time. We do it a couple times usually in primary series, but I really don't want to kill you. So we'll do it one more time. And then we'll probably do it around the same pace. I think that's a good idea. So, and then we'll move to the next step. So, again, we're going to bend our knees with an exhale, lowering our fingertips down to the ground, and then we're inhaling our arms up into chair pose, exhaling our arms down into forward fold. Inhaling for a half lift, looking forward. Exhaling our head down, stepping our right foot back, our left foot back, rolling forward, knees, chest, chin, or however you are taking your vinyasa. And then inhaling for Cobra or upward dog. And then exhale to downward dog. Your index fingers are parallel to the long edge of the mat. You're pressing down into your index fingers and your thumbs. Maybe notice your body feeling a little bit warmer now. Now let's take our right foot up to the top. We're turning our left foot on an angle. We can put our hands on our knees, or we can just raise our arms all the way up for warrior one. Big inhale, looking up, thumbs towards the back wall. Exhale your arms down around your front foot. Turn all your toes so they're facing forward. Step it back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, or whatever for vinyasa. Inhaling for Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's step up our left foot this time, turning our right foot on an angle, hands on our knees. We're lifting our arms all the way up. Warrior one. Let's exhale our hands down around our front foot. Step our front foot to the back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, or however. And then inhale for Cobra or Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Now we're stepping our right foot up, our left foot up next to it. Inhaling for a half lift, looking forward. Exhaling, folding down. We bend our knees. Inhaling our arms up. Rising up with an inhale. Exhale, hands at your heart. And now we can take a few breaths. Okay. Now we're going to inhale our arms all the way up, looking up, and then exhale as we float all the way down. And then I want you to, if you can, because you can bend your knees as much as you need to, with your peace fingers and your thumb, grab your big toes, and then do your half lift. It's going to feel like you're not really doing that much, but you're going to kind of push your butt back, right? You're opening your shoulders, and then you're going to fold your head down. We're taking nice deep breaths here. Now release your toes, and then I want you to take your hands so that they're going to be, like your wrist is going to be bent and your fingers are going towards the back of the mat, and get them the best that you can underneath your feet. So if you only can go like a little bit, that's fine. You do whatever you can, whatever you can get underneath your feet. And then again, we're actually going to do like a half lift, and it's going to seem like you're not even really moving, but you'll feel like a subtle movement. So kind of open your shoulders, looking forward with an inhale, and then exhale your head down. Using your Ujjayi breath. And then gently lift your feet, release your hands, and then slowly rise all the way up. Arms wide up top, hands at your heart. My goodness. Okay, so now we're going to open up to the long edge of the mat. So both feet right now are facing forward, but we're going to turn our back foot towards the short edge, and we're keeping our legs straight. And we're going to do triangle pose. So keeping your left shoulder open as much as possible, lower down, and your hand can just be on your leg anywhere. It doesn't have to hit the ground. It's better to be sure that you're just opening that top shoulder. And if you want, you can raise your hand up, or you can put it behind your back even, to help you really open up that shoulder. We're going to take 5 breaths. Eyes are looking towards the sky or in front of you if your neck is cramped, or if you feel off balance too. Anyway, you want to feel balanced is the most important part. And then on your next inhale, you can rise up, and we're turning our back foot so the toes are on towards the long edge, front foot towards the short edge. And again, our legs are straight. We're pushing our hips back, opening the shoulder, and lowering down. Actually, if you need to, you can adjust your stance. I think I do. I need to make it a little bit closer. Just make sure that you're in a comfortable position. Arm behind your back or lifting upward. Opening that right shoulder. You can have a micro bend in your knees. And then we slowly rise up, and then we're turning again to the other side. So we have our right foot toes, but this time we're going to bend this knee, and then we're going to do side angle pose. So then we're going to take our right arm in front of us. We're taking our right arm, on our thigh, and our left arm in front of us, and we're using it to kind of guide us and turn us as we look up. And our arm is straight. And again, we're trying to keep that upper shoulder open. Now lower your arm in front of you, and then as you bring it around, straighten your knee, and then we switch to the other side. So left foot, bending our knee, putting our left forearm on our thigh, and then we're going to take our right arm in front of our body, close to our body, and as it comes towards our face, we're turning our head, looking up. Using our Ujjayi breath. Our upper shoulder is opening. Hi, Kiki. We're going to lower our hand down in front of us and then switch to the other side one more time. And this time again, we're going to have our knee bent. And then if you need to adjust it all, we're going to have our back foot is on the angle. So this one is like much more like warrior one. And then we're going to take our hands in the prayer position. And then if this is too challenging, you can modify it. Kiki, shh. You can, if you modify, what we're gonna do is basically lean forward, and then we're gonna turn. We're doing a twist. So our left elbow is then coming down on our right knee. So if you can, keep your hands in prayer, and then look up towards the sky. And if you fall out, just try to get back in. If it's too much to do, then what you can do is just go forward and then just take your arm on your leg, and then you don't have to be too intense. You can just leave your hand on top of the other and then twist gently from your upper body. But if you can, try for the prayer. Pushing your prayer hands back, your elbow is up and looking towards the sky. This is very good for digestion. Now, return to the center and then slowly rise up. And then, of course, we have to do the other side. So because we can't do just one side, but we can always just think, oh, this is so good for our digestion. We must do this. So let's bend our knee. Then we're making sure that our hips are more forward like in Warrior One for this pose. Hands at your heart in prayer. Exhaling as you extend, turning your arm, elbow on your knee, and either just your hand on top and turning slightly, or if you can in prayer, pushing your prayer hands back, looking up towards your elbow. And remember, it's normal and okay to fall out of poses sometimes, so when you do, just simply try again. And if something's too challenging, we always have child's pose. Or if we just need a break. Now turn to the center and slowly rise up. And then either take your back foot to the front with like you can push off and get there, or you can heel toe or do whatever you need to. So, because we're really going right back into that spot in a minute. It's just this is part of the process. So you end up coming back here, and then again, we open our legs. But this time, we're going to keep our toes toward the wide edge of the mat. We're not doing any of the turnings. So with this one, we're going to put our hands on our waist, rolling our shoulders back, looking up with a deep inhale. We're going to slowly bend from our waist, and as we do, we'll take our hands and place them on the ground. Now, we're going to do a bunch of forward, wide-legged forward folds, and in this one, where we can extend our width a little bit more to get our hands on the ground as long as we're feeling steady. But we don't want to overextend. So our hands are in line with our feet. Our head is hanging down. You can look at the tip of your nose, or you can look at the back wall. And just let gravity pull your head down. Now you can walk your hands a little bit forward, and then I want you to, if you're a little bit wider, I want you to heel toe in closer. And then slowly roll up from your waist with an inhale. Woo! I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys, but so our next, we're going to do a few more. So this one is just, we're keeping our hands on our waist the whole time. So our eyes are looking up towards the sky. We're rolling our shoulder blades down our back. And then with an exhale, we slowly bend from our waist as far as we can go. We just let nature take us to wherever that is. We're keeping the hands on our hips. Now with the next inhale, slowly rise up. Woo! Okay, now this one, we'll take our hands. So we're still keeping our feet the same way, but our hands are clasped, our thumbs are together, and then they're on the lower part of our back. And when we inhale, we roll our shoulders blades down our back, and we're pushing our hands down. So as we do that, We're looking up to the sky again and taking a big inhale, and then we slowly fold over just like the previous pose, but now our hands are together. And then we're going to lift our hands off of our back as much as we can. And it might only go like a very small way. It might go more. It depends. Every body is different. So it depends on your body. And if you want to try to push yourself more on the exhale, you can do that. And then you can release your hands on your lower back. And then with the next inhale, slowly rise up. Always slowly and carefully. Okay, it's not over yet. There's one more. So this time, this one, I always think after that last one, all of them feel easier. So let's, hands on our hips. Then let's extend them to the sides. And then this time we're going to fold over with an exhale. And as we do, our hands are going to lower down and grab our big toes like we did earlier in the forward fold. Now we're just doing that in the wide angled forward fold. So we're holding on with our peace fingers and our thumbs around our big toe. Micro bend in the knees is good. Nice, even, steady breaths. Relax your face. Relax your legs. I mean, as much as you can. If you feel tension, just try to unknot it by focusing your attention on it. You can release your toes, and then with the next inhale, you're going to slowly rise up. Now let's heel toe our feet closer together, and then let's face the back of our mat by taking our, like we did earlier, we're going to have our right foot toes towards the short edge. And then we're going to, our legs are going to be straight for this pyramid pose, but your back foot can be either, it's more important that your hips are forward. So your toes, all of your toes can be facing forward, or your back foot can be on a slight angle or even a little bit more. It depends on your body. For me, I have to put my toes mostly forward. So you find the place of comfort here because we're going to be holding this for a few breaths. So you want to make sure that we want to challenge ourselves, but we don't want to hurt ourselves or struggle, right? This is enjoyable yoga. So with the next inhale, again, kind of like the wide edge, wide-legged forward fold, we're just going to fold from our waist. And then we're just going to go halfway here. And you can put your hands maybe even like where your thighs, like on your hips. You put your thumbs there so you can see, because you want your hips facing one direction. You want them facing that short edge of the mat. And you might feel like your legs are pulling one way or another. So you want to be pulling your the leg that's forward, you want to pull that hip back, and the leg that isn't back, you want to put that hip forward so that they're even. Now, if you want, you can lower down, releasing your hands to the ground and letting your head hang for a moment. Or you can still keep your hands on your hips, letting your head hang. using the power of your breath. And slowly lift your body up. And then we're going to turn our feet. So now our left foot is forward, our right foot is the back, and then our hips are facing forward. Maybe our fingers are where our thigh and our waist meet, or hip, whatever areas. And then inhale, and then exhale halfway. Keeping your hands on your hips. Making sure that your hips are facing forward. Using your breath. Maybe one side feels better than the other. On the next exhale, you can lower your head down and you can release your hands if you want. Or you can keep your hands on your waist still. It's up to you. And then we're going to slowly rise up with an inhale. Woo! Okay, so step to the sun salutation. So we're going to raise our arms all the way up top. Inhaling, and then exhale as we float all the way down. And I really want you to be conscious this time when you're doing it of how you felt at the beginning of the practice and how you feel now. So then inhale with a half lift looking forward. Exhale as you fold over. Step your right foot back, your left foot back. We're rolling forward. Knees, chest, chin, elbows close to the body. Upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward dog. Now, instead of finishing the vinyasa where we're going up to the top of the mat, what we're going to do is we're going to take our right knee and we're going to put it down on the ground towards our, behind our wrist, but we're not doing pigeon pose, but we're going to then take our left one so our legs are crossed. And then we're going to gently sit back on our butt and then extend our legs forward. So let's put our hands next to our hips, pressing them into the mat. We're rolling our shoulder blades down our back. Our feet are flexed, and we're in I can't even say it. Tadasana. But this is very active, so we're definitely feeling this in our body. We're not holding, but we're tightening our abdominal muscles. Because we don't want to hold them so we're not breathing. But so keep breathing. Be sure to breathe. You can look at the tip of your nose or you can look at your toes. Okay, then you can gently release. And then, so you're not so tensed up. But this time, then we're going to inhale our arms up. And then we're going to fold over from our waist. And then we're going to land wherever we land. We're not going to worry. If you can grab your toes, that's great. But if you can't, don't worry. Just let your head hang over and let your hands just be wherever. And then we slowly roll up. And then we are going to actually try to go a little bit further. And so I think what I want you to do for this, we're going to do 2 more forward folds. And we're going to try to put our hands over our toes. If that's too difficult, you can put your hands, not your hands, your legs bent, and then put your fingers like that. So we don't want to force ourselves to do something that we can't do. So we want to work towards doing it. And then you can move maybe a little bit further. And you can do the washcloth under your heels if you have, or a blanket or some kind of fabric if you want to do that. But this is fine too. Or if you are a little more flexible and you can put your hands there, then you can do that. And then we would inhale wherever we're going to be, where if our legs are bent or straight. We inhale and then we exhale or head down. And it doesn't matter how far your head goes down, we're just relaxing the neck and head. So we're not trying to push anything anywhere. And then we're going to inhale as we slowly roll up. And then we're going to do a third one, where we're going to put our hands on the sides of our feet. So you can even start here. My stomach gets in my way all the time, so that's a problem for me. So, but if I have to do it this way, I'll never get anywhere because my stomach blocks me. But basically, so I've had to figure out how to do it like this. And some days I can do it, and some days I can't. But if you can't do it, it's fine. If you want to be bent legs like this and just holding your fingertips along the side, that's also okay. So mainly we're not trying to force ourselves into anything. But so we inhale and then we exhale as we move our upper body forward and over our legs. And then we're holding on to the sides of our feet if we can. I'm struggling with that today, so I'm just going to keep my hands pointed towards there. So, and then again, just allow yourself to still reach, but allow your head to kind of relax down. It's not like the first one where we're letting our hands go wherever. This time we're actually trying to get them there. So. And then let's slowly roll all the way up. And then today, I want you to try something new. I don't think we've ever done this before. Maybe we have. I don't remember. But essentially, what we want to do is we're going to take our right foot and we're bending our knee, and then let's rotate like we're still sitting up straight, but we're going to take our leg and we're going to just kind of push it back and forth like this, opening up like the hip, moving back and forth. And then yeah, I think we're going to just stick with that for today. We'll just do this on one side, and then we're going to do the other side, because there is a pose that we'll do the next time when we do like a one like this. I'll do that with you guys next time. So then let's release that foot down, and then pick up the other foot, bending our knee, and then cradling it like a baby. And kind of just, oh baby, here we go, let's go for a little ride. So we just want to really kind of open up our hips. So just kind of moving back and forth, closer, further, circling. because eventually we want to get our legs so that we're not just doing our Sukhasana easy pose with the cross legs, that we can push our legs a little bit further. So this is preparing us for that future. Okay, so you can release your foot down, and then let's do reverse tabletop, I guess it's called. Is it reverse or tabletop? I don't know. We're putting our hands behind our hip area. Our fingers are facing towards the front. And then we're kind of going to roll our shoulders back down because we want to get our hands set. We're going to bend both legs, and then they're hip width distance apart. And then we're going to push up our hips with an inhale. And if you can keep your head, your chin looking forward, but if you can let your head hang back. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths because all of these poses are like a few breaths. Notice how your feet feel on the mat. Notice how your hands feel. Notice how your head feels. Now with the next exhale, just lower your butt down. Just cross your legs for a moment. Straighten yourself up. Actually, let's give ourselves a hug. Let's hug ourselves. We all need hugs sometimes. And in COVID, we don't always get them. So. Okay. So let's do boat pose. So our butts are on the ground. Even our tailbone is really we're leaning back a little bit. And you can put your hands on the side if you want. We're going to lift up our legs. And then we're going to just do not the full pose. We're just going to put our feet forward. And then you can lift up your arms. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. And then we're going to do one more pose, and then we'll do Shavasana. Really use your abdomen to hold you. Oof. Okay, release your feet down. You can relax. And then just put the soles of your feet together. I love this pose. And then we have like this kind of diamond shape with our legs. So if you need to move your butt back, just make sure that your back is straight here. And your legs can be up like this, or wherever they land, that's fine. And you can even push them forward if you like, whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Because right now, we're just going to kind of ease our body into a relaxation state. So we don't want to stress. So then with an inhale, just lower your head down towards your soles of your feet. You can just hold your feet. And you can slowly raise up, and then you can extend your legs, allowing them to flap open, and lower your back down because we're doing Shavasana now. So get yourself cozy. Let your legs flap open. Make sure that your upper back, your shoulder blades, that you can adjust them to be comfortable, and you want to keep your lower back flat. Arms to the side, palms facing up. Closing your eyes. Breathing in and out through your nose. Relax your toes and your ankles, your calves and your knees. Relax your thighs. Allow the weight of your body to sink into the mat. Relax your abdomen and your chest. Relaxing your fingertips and your hands, your elbows, your neck, and your head. Allow yourself to be a weight. Just sink into your mat. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then you can sit up gently. So I want you to just take a moment to, well, first I want to thank you for sharing this practice with me, but also for thank yourself for taking care of your body today and trying something kind of new, even though it's not entirely new. Thank your body for listening to you. So, namaste.
Thank yourself for showing up today and doing this practice. Don't forget to give yourself a kiss and a hug too. Ask me any questions in the comments. Let me know what level practices you'd like to see here and what time lengths. Join us next week live or revisit this video or try one of the other ones. You can find more resources and information at themindfulsoulcenter.com. Namaste.